welcome back to EC TechNest. In this lecture, we'll be discussing about some noise probability density function. It is one of the very most important question that is asked in each and every exam. So the question would be write about or explain briefly about noise probability density function, or they may ask specifically to write about each probability density function. So the first one is Gaussian or normal noise model. So Gaussian noise model is also called as normal noise model, and it is one of the frequently used model, and its function is given by P of z is equal to 1 by square root of 2 pi zeta into e to the power minus z minus mu the whole square divided by 2 zeta square, where z is the gray level and mu is the mean of the average value of z, and zeta stands for standard deviation of z, and zeta square stands for variance of z. So this you have to remember the probability density function of random variable, and then you have to draw the diagram. So here you can see this is the plot of the function. So this is the peak value or the highest value, where the value is 1 by square root of 2 pi zeta, and in between the averages it is 0.607 divided by square root of 2 pi into zeta. Next we'll be discussing about Rayleigh noise model. So Rayleigh noise model is denoted by P of z is equal to 2 by b into z minus a into e to the power z minus a whole square divided by b, where z is greater than equal to a, and the mean of the average value of z is given by mu is equal to a plus square root of pi into b divided by 4, and the variance zeta square is given by b into 4 minus pi divided by 4, in which the density is skewed to the right, and it is it is used for approximating the skewed histogram. Next we'll discuss about Erlang noise or gamma noise. It is represented by the function P of z is equal to a power b into z power b minus 1 divided by b minus 1 factorial into e power minus z for all values of z greater than equal to 0 and is equal to 0 for all values of z less than 0, and the mean is given by mu is equal to b by a, and variance is given by zeta square is equal to b by a square. So the above equation is called the Erlang density, and so this is the plot of the function of Erlang or gamma noise model. Next one is the exponential noise model. In exponential noise model, P of z is equal to a into e power minus a into z, where z is greater than equal to 0 and the value is 0 for z less than 0. Value of the formula for mean is given by mu is equal to 1 by a, and for variance it is 1 by a square. So this is just the normal exponential function which is decreasing. And the next one is uniform noise model. In uniform noise model, it is PDF of uniform noise model is represented as P of z is equal to 1 by b minus a for all values of z between a and b, and the value of mean is a plus b by 2, and the value of variance is b minus a the whole square divided by 12. So this is the plot of uniform noise model. Next we'll discuss about impulse noise model or salt and pepper model, where P of z is given by PA for z equal to a and PB for z equal to b, 0 otherwise. So this is the PA value for the plot of function at point A, and this is the plot of point B, that is PB, and Z represents the gray level. If B is greater than A, then B is light dot and A is dark dot, and if either PA or PB is 0, it is unipolar impulse noise, otherwise it is bipolar impulse noise. So it is also referred to as short and spike noise. Next we'll discuss about the images and histogram resulting after adding the gamma, Rayleigh and the Gaussian noise. So this is the diagram. So here you can see in Gaussian noise the spike is at the middle, whereas in Rayleigh noise it is tilted, whereas in gamma noise it is further moved towards the left side. So these are the important probability density functions that we have discussed. You have to draw the diagram and plot the function along with the equations. So this is the exponential noise, uniform noise, and salt and pepper noise. Next we'll discuss about periodic noise. So it is spatially dependent noise and can be reduced significantly via frequency domain filtering, and periodic noise tends to produce frequency spikes. Next is restoration in the presence of noise only, that is g of x comma y is equal to f of x comma y plus n of x comma y. On converting to spatial domain, it becomes g of u comma v is equal to f of u comma v plus n of u comma v. And filters are mainly used for restoration. There are further classification of the filter. The first one is mean filter. It is further classified into arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, and contraharmonic mean filter. And order statistic filter is divided into median filter, max and min filter, midpoint filter, alpha trimmed filter, and adaptive filter. Adaptive filters are classified as local noise reduction filter and adaptive mean filter. So this we'll discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.